Hello dear kids, today's story name is Horse and Donkey. Once upon a time in a small sunny village there lived a kind washerman who washed clothes at the well and carried them to town. He had two helpers, a beautiful brown horse and a gentle gray donkey. The road smelled of clean linen and warm bread. The horse was tall and proud and used for riding. The donkey was small and humble and carried heavy bundles of laundry every day. They set off together under a bright sky. Each morning the washerman would hop onto his brown horse while the donkey bore the bundles. The horse trotted with a lifted head. The donkey plodded along with patient steps. Children waved from doorways and women piled laundry into baskets. Dust rose in little gold puffs beneath their hooves. The washerman nodded kindly as he passed the well. The scene felt busy and gentle, and the little village hummed with the rhythm of daily work and small quiet kindnesses. One dusty afternoon the donkey paused and turned his head toward the horse. He spoke with a soft, careful voice, asking for a small favor. "Dear horse," he said, "I carry many heavy bundles every day. Could you help me carry a little today?" The horse tossed his mane and lifted one proud eyebrow. He answered with a sharp laugh and said that he was not meant to carry laundry. The donkey lowered his head and kept walking, feeling a little sad but not complaining. The next day the village had extra guests and more clothes to wash. The washerman gathered the largest bundles he had ever seen. He piled them high onto the donkey's back. The load grew heavy and the washerman chose to walk beside them instead of riding. The donkey puffed and strained but kept going, trying to be brave for the man who cared for them both. The horse walked on the other side, still light and free while the donkey carried the day's weight. When they stopped beneath a broad shady tree the washerman untied the animals to rest. The donkey lay down with the heavy load still near him. The washerman watched the donkey's tired eyes and felt worry. He stood and called softly to the horse and the donkey. He asked the horse kindly if he might help carry some of the bundles for a while. The horse shook his mane and said, "That is not my job." The washerman sighed and closed his eyes for a short nap. A little while later the washerman awoke with a start. He heard a soft thud and saw the donkey lying on the ground. The heavy piles had worn him out and he could not rise. The washerman hurried over, gently untied the bundles, and gave the donkey cool water to drink. He felt a hot ache in his chest for not sharing the work sooner. The donkey blinked slowly as the sun warmed his fur. The washerman's eyes filled with regret and he began to shift the laundry. Carefully, the washerman moved a few bundles from the donkey and laid them across the horse's back. The horse felt the sudden weight and surprised him. The load was heavier than he expected. He looked down at the donkey and met that tired, steady gaze. The horse felt something inside him change. He realized that the donkey had been carrying a great burden each day without complaint. A quiet understanding grew between them beneath the swaying leaves. The horse stepped closer and nuzzled the donkey gently. "I am sorry, my friend," the horse said with soft humility. "From now on we will share the load together." The donkey's ears flicked and a small smile seemed to brighten his face. The washerman stood by, feeling relieved and thankful. The bundles were rearranged so both animals bore the weight. The village lane looked kinder as they rose to continue the route, moving side by side with a new balanced step and lighter hearts. From that day forward the horse helped carry the laundry each morning. The donkey smiled more often as they walked through the village lanes. Neighbors nodded to see them both working together. The washerman rode sometimes and walked other times, making sure no one should be overburdened. Children pointed at the pair with delight, and women at the market greeted them warmly. The rhythm of their steps became an easy song across the road, and the little town felt warmer because something simple had changed. They traveled from house to house under soft skies and bright sun. The horse learned how heavy a bundle of wet clothes could be. The donkey learned how kind a shared burden felt. Each day the washerman smiled as he watched the two animals move together in steady harmony. Their journey was filled with small scenes. The clink of a wooden well bucket, the scent of soap, the flap of washing drying in the breeze. Together the three of them made the work feel like a gentle shared task. At the end of each busy morning they returned to the well with empty baskets and happy steps. The villagers waved as the horse and donkey passed by, side by side. The washerman tied up the last bundle and patted both animals with gratitude. The donkey's gait was lighter and the horse walked with a softer pride. They rested beneath the same tree where once the donkey had fallen, and now the two friends lay quietly, content and close. Their days were steadier and their friendship had grown. Life in the village carried on with simple joys and steady chores. The horse and donkey moved through the streets together, sharing the bundles and the sun. Neighbors smiled and children waved at the pair who had learned to help one another. The herman hummed while he worked, pleased to see both helpers cared for. The donkey's eyes shone more often and the horse seemed gentler by habit. Dear kids, with this today's story comes to an end. Very soon we will be back with a new and interesting story. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching, kids. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel for more fun and exciting videos of stories. See you next time. Bye-bye.